Hello everybody, we're here at RemoteCon with yet another very interesting product demo on remote work tools. Here with us now we have XWiki, an advanced collaboration platform based on the Wiki principles. XWiki's top-notch feature will help you organize information and foster collaborative culture. XWiki is a powerful open-source collaborative platform, allowing companies of all sizes to save time and money while enhancing collaboration on both team and organizational level. Being focused on strengthening communication and efficient collaboration, XWiki redefines the value of business knowledge by allowing any users to access critical information in a fast and efficient way while reducing the organizational silos. XWiki is a French company created in 2004 whose founding members initiated the XWiki open source community. Founded by Ludovic Dubost as the CEO, the company has 40 employees both in Romania and in France. It is an independent company and its shareholders are employees and ex-employees. Moreover, it's an open source software that has thousands of organizations using it all over the world. XWiki SaaS joined Gartner's Magic Quadrant for Social Software Solutions in the Workplace in 2010 and has also received an award in the last Demo Cup of Open World Forum. For our demo here today, we have Silvia Macovei, Head of Cloud Business at XWiki. Hello, Silvia. Nice to have you here.
Alexandra, it's great being here.
So can you please tell us what is the exact nature you're trying to solve with this platform and how are you approaching it?
Sure. Most companies use a wide range of tools to collaborate and capture knowledge. And if you've ever wasted time trying to find the right version of a document in an old email thread, you're probably familiar with the frustration of not finding the right information when you need it. And the same applies to chat and other communication tools that are great for keeping people connected, but not ideal for finding the right information just when you need it. And this is the problem that XWiki solves. It allows your team to create, capture, and organize knowledge in one single place with open source software. Well, XWiki serves many use cases, such as intranet, documentation, a knowledge base, or procedures. And thousands of organizations are using XWiki from startups to large enterprises every day. And this includes our company, where we've been enjoying remote work for almost 16 years. And our tool has helped keep everyone on the same page, including through these difficult times that we are experiencing right now. It only took us one day to adapt from partially going to the office, because most of us work remote, and have everyone remote working directly with our tool. Now, let's jump in and look a bit at the features that we have. At the top right, you will find that there is a link to the XWiki administration. For this demo, we set up a wiki from scratch. You'll find that the wiki is mobile responsive and simple to use. And the easiest way to onboard the team is for an admin to go to the administration and create the users and set up permissions for them. While we believe the collaboration should be open, sometimes there might be cases where you need to grant specific rights to information. And in XWiki, there are two levels of permissions, at the wiki level and at the page level. And you can choose who gets to view and edit content. All users will be able to customize their profile and also visit other profiles through the user directory. Content-wise, users will be able to create a hierarchy by adding pages inside other pages. For example, you could have a documentation page inside a project, inside a portfolio. And this keeps the wiki organized and tidy. The hierarchy is also visible on the navigation panel that you see on the left. So let's move on and create a page. You can do so from scratch, or you can use one of the existing templates. The WYSIWYG editor that you see currently on the screen will help you easily add text, images, videos, emojis, and even macros. If you enjoy working directly with the source and the syntax, you can do so by clicking on a button in the editor. Page history is also saved, so you can easily compare versions or roll back to a previous state. You can also share newly created pages with other users, but also collaborate contextually through annotations and through comments. To stay updated, you can set up notifications so that you are alerted when documents are being created or updated with content and comments, which is particularly important for remote teams, as we know. Apart from storing knowledge, a common need for your team will be to find the right information as soon as they need it. And the search engine on the top right is the go-to place for looking up documents. There you'll be able to filter and sort results, but also to customize the search according to your needs. Tagging pages is also a great way to group and find content across the site. Then you'll probably want to customize the wiki to make it your own. And this is where XWiki really shines because it has a unique ability to add structure to pages. This gives users the power to create apps in just a few minutes. So let's say that you're an HR team that need a wiki to manage holiday requests, recruitment, inventory, or team buildings. The best part is you no longer need a development team to set up these applications. The HR team can easily create the app by using the drag and drop interface in a few minutes. And each home will have a live table that makes it easy to sort and filter the entries. There are also hundreds of apps across the XWiki ecosystem, which can be found on the XWiki store and also on the open source extension site. Some of the most popular include the blog, the diagram, file manager, the meetings that you see here, but also integrations with Google Apps, Office 365, OnlyOffice, Microsoft Active Directory, or Jira. Now, if you're a developer, you might want to know that XWiki also has a RESTful API, which allows you to take things further if you want to expand the existing functionality and get results like you see currently on the screen. This is a project that we created for one of our customers in collaboration with their team to customize the platform to their need, which was a knowledge base. So now that you've heard about the features and about the apps, we should talk a bit also about how you can set it up. In XWiki, you can set it up in two ways, on-premise and in the cloud. Being open source, XWiki can be downloaded for free and installed on-premise, whereas the cloud is the most convenient way to run it, since we take care of the installation, the hosting, the upgrades, the maintenance, and the backups. For cloud, there is a 1 month free trial, and then you can purchase the service through monthly or yearly subscription. The pricing is based on the number of users that you have created on the wiki, the active users. More info on the pricing can be found at xwiki.com/en/pricing. Now, I mentioned at the beginning and also previously that XWiki is open source. But why is that important? Well, because then you get a whole community of users and developers that work on making XWiki better every day. Additionally, we do not have a cloud lock-in, which is very important when you choose a collaboration platform or a knowledge management tool, because if for any reason you decide that you don't like our services anymore, you can easily install the wiki on-premise and move all your data with just a few clicks inside the on-premise platform, and then you can use it for free. That's about it. I hope this demo has helped you get a better understanding of XWiki. And of course, I invite everyone to try it out at try.xwiki.com. And we also have a special discount for our RemoteCon users that could use the service for 3 months for free, just to get a taste of what XWiki is like. And of course, we welcome all your messages, either through my email or through our contact form, and any suggestions are always welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Silvia. It was a very nice presentation. Can you please tell us, being so easy to use, I'm assuming the range of clients that you have is very varied. What type of, let's say, companies you use XWiki?
Yes, definitely varied. So what we see is that there is a need to organize knowledge in all companies, independent of size or industry. So we have clients that range from startups to mid-sized companies to large enterprises. And the industries that we serve are also very varied, from retail to tech to aerospace, public service, NGOs, health, etc.
And being open source, it's let's say that's the differentiator in this case for you by being used by these companies.
This is a very big differentiator in the sense that many companies from the outset decide that they want to use an open source tool. On one way, because they want to support the open source community, and secondly, because they enjoy the freedom that open source gives them, where they are the owners of their data. And this is very important, particularly in these current times. And the second differentiator is the tool itself, the fact that it has structured data as opposed to most knowledge bases who don't have it. And with structured data, you can build your own apps very easily. But you can also do very complex things if you have the technical abilities. So sky's the limit.
So basically it's like from the very beginner to the most experienced person.
Yes, if you have a very basic use case, you can set it up in just a few minutes and start organizing your information. So it's easy to use by newcomers. But if you have more complex needs, you can also do that because the platform is extensible.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of current times, you mentioned that. Have you seen maybe a shift in the way your customers use the platform lately, especially maybe in the past 3 months or so?
Yes, we've definitely seen a shift, which makes us very happy because we want to encourage as many companies to work remotely and to organize their company's information in the future. We've seen two shifts, one in our current clients that are using the tool more intensely. So we see it across our servers, but also through our communication with the clients. And secondly, we've seen it in the demand for our tool, where we get much more messages than we previously got. Asking questions about the tool, asking for demos from people interested about incorporating remote work in their companies.
You have a support team, I'm assuming, that's managing all those requests, and there are people you can ask for this, right?
Absolutely, and we have different support levels. We offer support from the offset, so if somebody wants to ask questions about XWiki, they can do so freely. And we also have several support levels. The very basic level includes hosting and support for critical issues at the bronze level. And then starting with the silver level, you get full technical support for you and your team, and also access to all of our professional applications. Finally, we also have a layer of support of gold and platinum support, where you also get support for custom developments on top of the XWiki platform.
Okay. You mentioned at the beginning that you're a remote team yourself for 16 years already. That's impressive, 16 years. Can you please maybe share a bit with us some challenges you may have encountered or some best practices that you've developed along the way?
Mm-hmm. We've worked remotely from the beginning. We also have 2 offices, so we are kind of a remote first culture, where everyone has access to remote work, but some people choose to work exclusively remote, and some also choose to use the office from time to time. And this was an important thing for us from the beginning, because we wanted to make sure that right from the offset, we had access to all of the tools that would enable remote work. And of course, this includes not only XWiki, but also other communication tools and tools that our development teams use and our support teams use every day to stay organized and to communicate with each other. Of course, this has been a great advantage, having them set up from the beginning, since this was our philosophy. It was mapped on the philosophy of the open source community, which goes hand in hand with our company culture. But of course, all companies of all sizes can have a remote strategy. It doesn't have to come from the beginning, because there are clear benefits that most companies could make the most of.
And as you said yourself, it doesn't necessarily have to be fully remote, but some sort of a hybrid organization would actually work probably best for everybody.
Absolutely, and it also depends on the personal preference of each employee, because one of the aims of remote work is also to enable employees to have the sort of lifestyle that they need and the flexibility to organize their lives as well as possible. And if that means going to the office from time to time, that's okay as well. If that means working from home, that's perfect equally.
How do you think this remote work environment is going to evolve, and what role do you see your company playing in it?
Well, I think with companies being bombarded by information so much from all directions, I think this is going to become a mission critical thing that most companies will need to tackle, because you no longer have a couple of documents stored locally on your computers. You need to have an information strategy, and we do see many more companies trying to develop this kind of strategy for their work. Of course, we also see other types of improvements. There will probably be many improvements in communication tools. We also see improvements in the VR industry, maybe, that could help complement the experience that the employees don't currently have in the office. The kind of human interaction that they want to have also through their computers.
Thank you very much, Silvia, for being with us. Thank you everybody for joining us. Today's most user needs are not necessarily satisfied because it takes too long and it's too costly to develop small applications. On the other hand, a second-generation wiki like XWiki is the perfect platform for this. XWiki is the tool for the web, so make sure you try it out. Check out more information about them on the RemoteCon website and join the conference for more information on remote work tools. Thank you.